That's what we're looking to do. I'm going to probably go with I think it was Baje Principe or something of that extent. It's a wedding resort out in...
I've been to the Bahia Principe in Jamaica twice. I've been to Bahia Principe 7 times in Punta Cana.
Oh, so you can give me good reviews on that then.
Oh, definitely.
They're good? They're, on top of things? Okay, because they had some of the best wedding packages I've seen.
Yeah, never an issue. Like I said, I've gone to Dominican actually 8 times. 7 times I've been to Bahia Principe.
Okay.
And last year I've been to, just to switch it up. Because I went there for a friend of mine who was filming part of his music video. We stayed at Rio, and it was very disappointing.
Oh, really, eh?
Yeah, I would never go back to Rio.
Well, that's good to know.
I've been to Rio once in Cuba, and now once in Dominican, and I'll never go back to Rio.
And now, are you talking about you going on destination weddings to do event stuff?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes. So that is something you offer, too. Just keep that in mind, everyone.
Yeah, definitely. I do destination weddings. The deal is that your DJ is free.
Okay.
You just gotta pay for my trip.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. You can't complain about that.
Yeah, you think, I'm paying for your trip, but DJ free. But you get to DJ. I could party for you every night.
Yeah.
If you're there for 7 days, I could DJ for you 7 days for all 7 days.
Which is amazing. That's that's kind of a once in a lifetime deal. I've never heard of that. That is exclusive.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that anywhere else.
No.
You book with me. You want to have this destination wedding? Yeah, I'll go with you. No problem. You get to party with your DJ for the whole week or 2 weeks or whatever the case may be.
Which is so cool because you're not you're extremely laid back. Like anybody who hasn't met Christian, he's very fun to hang with. So it's not like you would be a bother either. You know what I mean? Like some people you just wouldn't want to take on your wedding with you and have to deal with them for 2 weeks. But you are the total opposite of that.
You're gonna beg me to come.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, come, please. You have to come. It's gonna be so much fun, and you get a free trip. No.
A few years ago, it's funny. I DJ'd a couple's wedding.
Yep.
And that same night, I was leaving to go on Dominican, Bahia Principe, for vacation.
Yep.
So, I DJ'd their wedding. I had to hurry up because I remember it was like a 4 o'clock flight, or I had to be at the airport at 4 o'clock. So I literally had to hurry up and, finish the wedding, hurry up and unpack, load up the equipment and go.
Yeah.
And who do I meet at the airport? The bride and groom.
Oh.
And I'm like, hey, guys, long time no see. I saw them a couple hours ago. I'm like,
yeah.
So where are you going? They go, Dominican. I'm like, oh, really? So am I. And then I asked them what hotel. They said Bahia. I'm like, okay, I'm going to Bahia. So literally they had their DJ with them on their honeymoon for the whole week.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
And yeah, we continued the party. We partied on the beach, the pod, the bar. We go to nightclubs. We partied all week. They party with me all week on their honeymoon.
Which is amazing. You know what? If there's one time you should be relaxed and having fun and enjoying yourself, it's on your wedding. And when you've got, great company in terms of the people you've hired to help assist with the order of things with your special day, it's always that much funner. And it becomes a really special experience for them too, right? You're not only just a DJ at that point, you're now becoming, a friend who they've made memories with,
exactly.
Right? Which is cool. That's not something you get always with an entertainment company. Sometimes it's business is business,
Usually, you hire your vendor, and after the night, and that's it. You never hear from them again.
Yeah, no, that's definitely cool.
With me, all my clients, regardless if it's a bride and groom or for the corporate clients, we add each other on Facebook after we become friends, and then and then who knows? So, it could be a family function, or it could be they refer customers. The best marketing is referrals.
Yeah, no, and that's huge nowadays. To be honest, people aren't paying for advertising the way they used to. It's even with the music platform that we run and stuff, we're finding a lot of independent artists are really promoting themselves nowadays. They don't need management. YouTube and social media and all of that stuff has really opened up the gates to be able to allow that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
And, word of mouth is the best way to get a desirable company in a sense, right? Because, if your friend had a good experience with somebody, you're definitely, you can bet that they're going to refer them to you, and that's probably the best way for you to find somebody rather than just going through, Yellow Pages and looking for the best rated or highly paid advertisement.
It's funny you bring that up because last Friday night, I DJ'd a party. It was a surprise 30th birthday. Yep. Now,
is that last minute invite you were telling me about?
Yes, exactly. So this girl called us, I think it was maybe September of last year, for inquiring about prices and so forth about the party.
Yep.
So we gave her a price, but she said it was out of her budget. It was only 25 people party, so it wasn't a big price. So I do understand that there was a set budget and whatever. They had to stick to it.
Yeah.
So she goes, I'm sorry, it's out of my budget. She found a DJ on Kijiji.
Which,
you know what?
which is always the worst way to do things, unfortunately.
Yeah, like you don't find stuff like that on Kijiji. So she booked them for half the price. She goes, okay, half the price, okay, fine, blah, blah, blah. Great. Well, lucky she was calling him on Friday.
Yeah, no, seriously.
And she couldn't get a hold of him. Then finally she got a hold of him and saying, I thought it was next week or something. And she goes, no, it's today. She goes, okay, I can only be there from 6 to 8 because then I have to leave. But I need someone to come pick me up, and I also need some extension cords and some stuff because I don't have enough.
Oh, my Lord. That's a scary comment to be getting when you're calling the night of your event and you're expecting somebody to be there.
This was like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, Lord.
They're supposed to be there for 5 o'clock to set up.
And here they are saying they don't have all the equipment they need. Not only needs a ride. Yeah. You can only be there for a small amount of time now. Like, that's just insane. Like, and that's why you need to book ahead of time, people, for that kind of stuff, especially because, and don't cheap out. You know what? You pay a certain price for quality services. That's what I always tell somebody. You kind of get what you pay for.
The two most important things of any event when you're putting it on is food and music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's one of the two elements that your guests are going to remember.
Well, exactly, and it's
else,
atmosphere setting.
They eat good, and they party.
Yep. No, and you know what? That's one of the biggest things. I mean, kind of growing up in an Italian family, that's that's what we're introduced to as is music and food and family, and that's how you bond with people, right? And it's definitely.
So back to this girl. She calls me. It's 1 o'clock. And she goes, please, I know this is, stretching it, but are you available today for blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, you know what, you're lucky because it is dead season.
Yeah.
Now it's just to consider our booking season.
Yeah.
And so, I was available. So, I helped her out, whatever. And she's like, thank you so much. You saved my life, saved the party. So, well, there you go. Like,
and that's something that she'll never forget, I'm sure, That's...
And her best comment was, you know what, I should have booked you originally when we spoke.
Which is it's heartbreaking. It's sad to hear that stuff because you know what, it literally could have been the make or break of that event, and thankfully you were available to come and actually do the event, even though it was so last minute. I'm sure that's something she'll never forget. That's for sure.
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely. It was her boyfriend's 30th birthday, so she's expecting to plan a wedding. In the very short future. She goes, you're definitely my DJ for my wedding. Yeah, no, and that's the thing too is, being loyal like that and being, available, unfortunately, even after, that's what I always say. The people who, get their, panties up in a bunch over people who turn them down over prices and stuff. You always win, more bees with honey than you do vinegars. Exactly.
You definitely, you build strong relationships with people when you're that reliable, and that's the thing. Like, especially nowadays, customer service just seems to be a terrible category for almost every business that I've run into lately. I mean, phone companies are the worst for them. I can't stand those automated services. I
started down with my phone company. I'm so pissed off.
I'm honestly done with it. Like, I can't be on the phone for half an hour waiting on hold to just get somebody who can't speak English or can't understand me, and
So get this. I got a bill for $650.
Oh,
for
God.
the January.
Okay.
So, in the month of January, in November, I made a phone trade.
Yep.
So they gave me a credit of $245 for a phone. Well, they said it's going to take a couple months for it to go through.
Okay.
To process the credits.
Right, yeah.
So now we're January. So I have a credit of $245. I made payment of $400, so that's $645.
Okay.
Yet they say I still have a $650 bill.
What the hell?
Yeah.
How does that even happen?
Exactly. So what do you think tomorrow's going to be like? I'm going to make a phone call and dish them out.
Oh man, that's just it's an aggravation to your life. That's the biggest part that upsets me is, you know what, it's like, it shouldn't, when you're paying those kinds of bills and they're expecting that kind of money, you should be getting top-notch quality customer service. You should be, answered from the first ring when your phone call starts. And to be honest, it just upsets me because I dealt with the same thing with Rogers a little while ago.
That's exactly who it is.
Oh, exactly. So then you know what I'm talking about. My grandfather and I have a shared plan because it was was cheaper for him and I to do it that way, because I have a business line and he has a personal line. So we had gotten this joint plan thinking it was going to save, him some money. So, lo and behold, they charge these ridiculous amounts for data, and I hadn't realized how much data I use, and I had set the plan at, I think it was 10 gigs. So, I started noticing my bills were at about 15 gigs every month, and it was just like every month I was getting these bills for like $560. One was $834.
Yeah, because what happens is if you're not on the business plan, you're only on a personal plan, every gig you're over, they charge you $50.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
But if you're on a business plan, they'll give you 2 extra gigs over your data for $10.
Okay, cool. Because you know what, to be honest, I was like, I definitely am going to need to figure out how many, gigs I'm actually using and put it in stone on my plan, because it's like, it doesn't matter how much I change or alter it, and I think I'm going to win by doing that, because I still get these bills that are just outrageous, and I'm like, I'm not paying that.
It's ridiculous.
I get the bill and I'm like, nope, not happening. I'm not even transferring anything. It's to the point where I just won't even put anything to do with automatic payments involved, because
oh, no, definitely not.
Then I wake up and it's like, this amount of money has been taken out of your account, and I'm like, what the hell?
No, definitely not.
It's not.
I'm gonna wait till I get the bill.
It's not a comfortable feeling. And, to be honest, even my cable nowadays, I just started recently actually selling these Android boxes, so if anybody wants them, let me know. I'm thinking of doing a giveaway on the show here, might do a free box for a contest there, so...
I heard you're giving me one on the house as well.
Yeah, of course, those are the co-host deals. You gotta hook everybody up.
It's funny you bring that up. It's funny you bring that up, because I actually have an Android box.
Okay.
I got it, I think it was a year and a half ago. But for some reason, it's always buffering.
Oh,
say I watch one movie.
Yep.
And then I want to watch another movie or a show or something. It keeps on buffering, and I gotta press pause and play. It's like ridiculous. I gotta unplug it to reset it because the buffer cache or whatever's full.
Really?
I don't understand. Maybe it's the box. Something wrong with it.
Yeah, you might have a slower processor in yours, because the ones that I'm dealing with, they're like 4K picture quality. They've got 3D capability. They're pretty top notch for Android box. And you can get IPTV on them. They've got Kodi. They've got Exodus. They've got all those.
Yeah, so that's what I have is Kodi and Jarvis and Exodus and all that stuff. But for some reason, every time I watch it, it starts to buffer.
Now, I find that the key with them is you've got to find the streams that work. Sometimes you get a list of available streams, and then you click one and it's slower and it skips. Whereas there are certain ones that I've actually my fiance's mastered it. I always complain about it and hand my remote to him, but he always seems to find the ones that works. To be honest, I'm just like, I have the worst luck finding ones that work myself, but I'm going to be getting, I have a different style one. I don't have the ones that I'm actually selling myself right now, so I'm going to grab myself one of the ones that I've started selling myself and see if there's a difference with them, because to be honest, they're supposed to be a lot faster, and there's a processor in them that are just better for loading and stuff, so.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know, every time I turn mine on, it always says buffers.
Yeah, no, that's a pain in the ass. When you're trying to watch a show and you're just like super into a movie or something of that extent, and then all of a sudden it just pauses and starts loading, you're like, what the hell?
You're watching like a series of TV, like a show that says a series.
Yeah.
So you get to watch one episode, you want to go to the next one, and it buffers. You're like, oh, seriously?
Or better yet, live stream stuff. That's what really irks me, is there's certain ones where sports events and stuff like that. If I'm watching football and all of a sudden it starts to buffer, you can bet your ass I'm standing up and I'm screaming at the TV. Exactly. I'm like, what the hell? In the middle of a play, all of a sudden it skips to a point where it just lags and it skips the whole play, and you're like, what the hell? No, it's never fun. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So I'm hoping these ones are a little bit better than the one I've got right now. It's kind of an older model. I grabbed them when they first came out, but it was kind of on the cheap end of things. And this one, the ones I've got, I think they're $160 for the best of the best one we have. And there's another one for $125, which is, I'm assuming, a slower processor.
Probably. If there's a difference in price, must be some reason.
Yeah. The guy who I paired with to sell them said that the one is a little bit slower than the other. So hopefully this will be better, because to be honest, I'm just like, I've removed all cable boxes. I'm done paying monthly bills where they can just up your bills to whatever the hell they want. I pay for internet now, and that's it. And it's home internet's better.
I pay for basic, I wanted, when I got the Android, I'm like, okay, no, I'm just going to get the basic cable.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, I want TSN and Sportsnet.
Yeah.
I had to pay an extra $50 for those channels. I'm like, I thought there's this, you pay only per channel, you have to get this package now, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the CRTC just changed the rules.